Review here of big wealth sharing system, and what's this other one called here? DSJ Exchange. Are these legitimate ways to earn up to 2.6% daily and passively, or is this just another horrible MLM Ponzi pretending to be a legitimate investment opportunity? That's what we're going to find out in just a moment. If this is your very first time on the channel, make sure you find the subscribe button. Also click on the bell notification icon. That way you won't miss out on any of this important information. Okay. Also, at any time throughout watching this video, if you're looking for a way to create either active or passive income online for yourself, you could check out my #1 recommendation underneath this video. First link in the description box below, and a new platform alert for people who are serious about earning income online. Okay, so you can check that out. First link below, and second link for those of you who are looking, let's say you're trying to promote some kind of affiliate marketing deal or network marketing related or business opportunity online. I even see a ton of like network marketers trying to promote crypto Ponzi schemes without enough targeted website traffic to your link every single day, right? The right kind of people with credit card in hand, or even, their addresses to their Bitcoin wallets, etc., ETH wallets, crypto wallets, right, to pay you guys for whatever it is that you're promoting. Your earnings are dead in the water. Your earning potential is dead in the water without enough, targeted website traffic to your links 24/7, 365. That is how you succeed online. Finding a good system, sending traffic to it, right? So if you need a good system, second link, first link underneath this video, and if you need traffic, second link. So let's look at this here. Big wealth sharing. Okay, they have a whole bunch of certificates, but I want to know, who the heck are these guys? Okay, who are these guys? Who are these experts here? Because these guys are claiming that you guys can make, some big money here. Big money, 1.3 to 2.6% daily, right? And they're offering trading signals to you guys for investing Tether into this opportunity. Now, some of you might be saying, hey, we're jumping for joy. This looks like cool. We can invest Tether and we can make up to 2.6% daily. And some of you guys are a little skeptical and saying, well, this looks a little too good to be true. So is it like too good to be true, right? Or should you be skeptical? Well, I'm thinking you should always be skeptical about these type of deals, but it's kind of mind-boggling that the majority of people who invest in these platforms blindly are usually very skeptical. Doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, we will keep going here. Let's see what we can find out. Who are these guys? Investing is a financial market, a subsidiary of investing, leading professional. I want to see like names and pictures of people. Oh, we got a name here. Group founded. Big Wealth Sharing Investment Group founded by Stephen Beard in 2018. I heard that name, I think, on another passive income system in the past. Okay, but I checked it out in the past. I checked the name out again today. I can't find any individual with the name Stephen Beard outside of this website. Okay, and they have two other websites. I noticed this one here, bggp.vip. They go with, crazy, ridiculous names, but that's what you're dealing with here. Maybe it's easy to remember. bggp.vip, easy to remember. I'm guessing that's why they use it. And then that one there that I just said, it has a fraud warning from the Financial Conduct Authority in the UK. So I'm thinking that is why they got these two new ones that they privately registered at the end of August 2025, just like a few days ago. Now, this one here, bggp.vip, was privately registered right here, November 30th, 2024, set to expire in 25. It's only 276 days old, but I'm thinking they're already getting attention for this one here by the authorities. So they came up with two other snazzy looking domains. Let's look at traffic going into the main website. 100%. It's saying from US on bggp.vip. I'm sure people are investing from other countries, but most of the traffic is stemming from the United States here. And let's look at the numbers here. Towards the end of July 22nd to July 28th, just under 6,000 visitors, and then it looked like it went down to 2,805 visitors by July 31st. Okay. Now I noticed they have a bunch of different certificates on their website. They can't claim that they've been around since 2018. I don't see any proof of that. Let's go. Maybe they registered a limited company back then, but currently they're not registered with any securities regulators officially. What am I talking about? Because I showed you guys a certificate at the beginning of this. Well, let's go and look at what they're leading with here. Some people are smartening up about, securities registration. So these guys, this one here is called DSJ Exchange. So this is a review of big wealth sharing, as well as the DSJ Exchange, which is quite a name. It's kind of giving me like DOJ vibes here. Hopefully they don't get caught by the DOJ. That's the Department of Justice in the U.S. Now, what are these guys saying? The DSJ was founded in 2022 by Karen Sandler, a former Argo engineer. Okay, let's just look at the certificates. I don't want to read all this stuff. We're going to be here all day. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. So some people are jumping for joy when they see this. They're like, oh my God, they're actually legitimate. The exchange, the DSJ Exchange, is registered with the SEC. Okay, and they got their address, 3190 South Vaughn Way, Aurora, Colorado. Then they have over here, U.S. Securities Exchange for Big Wealth Sharing, okay? So I'm going to say this is all BS, okay? Now, they did start an initial registration, and I'll show you what that looks like over here. This is the one for Big Wealth Sharing. Big Wealth Sharing, LTD. I'm thinking like in the U.S. when you have companies, I'm thinking it's usually LSS, LLC. Is that how it is? Limited Liability Company, LLC, or LTD. The choice between an LLC, limited liability company, and an LTD, limited company, depends on your geographic location, as LLC are common in the US, while LTD is a standard UK and Commonwealth country. Okay, so, quite strange. Let's go back here. So they're claiming they're like UK. I know in Canada we have LTD as well. Maybe it's part of like the British Empire, right? Because Canada still has the British cronies, I mean, and the royalty guys, somehow silently ruling and collecting like lots of big money from Canada every year. Quite a dirty establishment and game that's happening. That's kind of like EU stuff, so we don't want to really go off topic here. But yeah, in a nutshell, so LTD is not like LLC, which is in the US. That's what I'm not American, but I'm pretty sure it's LLC in the US and LTD in Canada and in the UK. So they have their LTD company. It's just a numbered company, and then over here it says not currently registered. Okay, and what are we looking at here? Investor, advisor, public disclosure. SEC emblem up here, right? advisorinfo.sec.government website. That's what I'm reading this off of. So they're not currently registered. Reporting status active, effective date. So what these guys usually do is they'll apply for an exemption, meaning that they are exempt from offering securities. But the problem here is they're offering you guys 1.3 to 2.6% daily passive returns on your investment. So that sounds like a securities offering. Okay. Now let's go and see what else we could find. So they're just giving you guys bullshit information here. This is just to fool gullible, hardworking people out of their money. August 15, 2025. And the address is 1312 17th Street, Suite 600, Denver, Colorado. Let's go look that up here. That's this building here, 1317 17th Street. But the smarty pants guys behind Big Wealth are not giving you the unit number because they're not going to be in this building, right? Common sense would say that since they're not registered officially as a company offering passive returns on an investment opportunity, since you're not legally registered to offer you guys securities, then they wouldn't be here because they wouldn't want to get handcuffs slapped on them by the Department of Justice. Hopefully this makes sense. That's another government entity in the U.S., right? Those guys will come after you with fraudulent schemes like Big Wealth is turning out to be, along with the DSJ Exchange. So let's go and see what else I found here. Investment in Tether on 1, 2, 3, 4 different levels. Minimum investment looks like $500 worth of Tether, $1,000 worth of Tether, $3,000 worth of Tether, $5,000 worth of Tether. Okay. Now, the only revenue I could see is coming from their affiliate program, but in this instance, I would say network marketing comp plan. So it's not a straight up affiliate program. It's network marketers going out there and convincing individuals who are looking for an investment opportunity to invest, and they earn referral commissions. Okay, that's the only revenue I could see going into this thing. So I'm just going to close off and say Big X here. This is just, yeah, they started the registration process, but they are applied for some kind of exemption. So in truth, it's not currently filed. What? Not currently registered. Investment advisor firms registered with the SEC may be required to provide state securities authorities a copy of their Form ADV and any accompanying amendments filed with the SEC. These filings are called notice filings. Below are the states with which the firm you selected makes its notice filings. Also listed is the date the firm first became notice filed or registered in each state. So these guys are not currently notice filed, and they're not currently registered according to the SEC's website that I'm reading off of this stuff here. Exempt reporting advisors, ERA, are investment advisors that are not required to register as an investment advisor because they rely on certain exemptions from the registration under sections 203. Is that 1? Or I would say I or L. I don't know. I'm just reading. And 203M. So it could be L. Okay. 203L and 203M of the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. Okay, it's just too much to go through here. This is just a load of bunk, okay? As it says up here, they're not currently registered. They're just trying to appear legitimate to bamboozle you guys out of your crypto, your hard-earned money that you guys are going to exchange for Tether, and then give it to these guys, okay? And then at the end of the day, they're promising you guys whopping returns of 1.3 to 2.6% daily. So let me close off. Big conclusion here. And my conclusion is this is just another Ponzi scheme. The only revenue that's going into this thing, right? It's just a website. They have like 2 other websites. Maybe they're coming up with more websites, but they're just websites. And then you have anonymous scammers pretending to be experts on the back end. And they are usually educated in, the terminology and how crypto and, trading and all that stuff works and signals and all, charts and candlesticks and all that stuff, right? They know about that stuff. But if these guys can actually get you guys 2.6% daily, right? 2.6% daily. Why would they need you, some random stranger, to donate your money to them, right? They would just, go to the bank, take out a huge investor loan since they're experts already, and then they could print. Well, crypto is online, right? But it's like printing money. Once you exchange it for fiat, they could print trillions of dollars for themselves. So it looks like another horrible Ponzi, and they already got nailed by the UK Financial Conduct Authority, as well as some Canadian authorities. Okay, I'll make a video about that maybe tomorrow. But if you guys don't believe, you can check out their main website, bggp.vip, and you can check it out and see how a Ponzi scheme actually works. What usually happens is, you can get started with them. A lot of random people are approached on like Telegram and WhatsApp, messaging devices, etc., even Facebook Messenger. Usually by like pretty girls. They show you like pretty pictures and then entice you into getting into the scheme, right? They're like, hey, look at us, we're sexy. And they get a lot of men and some ladies. And what happens is guys are, not thinking with the big brain and start thinking with a little brain. And then they decide to invest some money into the platform. And they're like, hey, I might have a girlfriend, a nice, pretty Asian girl on the side. And it's usually a big, ugly looking, hairy man that's pretending to be an Asian girl by using her picture and name, etc. That happens a lot. And then they entice you to invest, maybe even show you some returns in the beginning to get you to drop down to larger amounts, show you big numbers on a screen, right? Big numbers on your app, or you log in and see a big balance. And when you try to get the big money out of the screen, that's when they're going to tell you, no, you got to pay a bigger fee and try to get more money out of you. And then when you finally figure out you can't get the big money out of the screen, some people will go look for another one that looks like less risky. And some people will say, oh my God, this is a horrible scam. And then they block you. Yeah, pretty well in a nutshell, that's what it is. Big wealth sharing and DSJ Exchange, both Ponzi schemes, registered by anonymous expert scammers. They're experts at scamming people because most people are not thinking, and most people are lusting after quick and easy money. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you're still looking for a way to create active or passive income online for yourself, feel free to check out my #1 recommendation underneath this video. First link below, and if you need traffic, second link. I will see you on the next one. Take care.